What's going on, everyone? McCoy Animations here. And so you know how I normally don't do toy reviews anymore? Well, I'm gonna make an exception today. So today I'm doing a review on the Transformers Authentics Decepticon Megatron, and he is, I want to say this is the Alpha class, if I'm not mistaken, but yeah. So this so for those of you viewers out there who grew up in the 80s, you will know that Megatron was a ruthless Decepticon leader, and he basically he was basically the reason why the Autobots had to leave Cybertron, because this character here, which is Megatron, poisoned the core of Cybertron, and now he and his Decepticons came to Earth in Transformers and started the Cybertronian War again, but this time on Earth. So, yeah, so here in the box it shows a picture of Megatron, it's an animation model, and then on this side it shows another image of Megatron.
I mean, that's how you're supposed to live when it's the end of the world, you know?
And then on this side it reads Transformers Authentics. On the back it shows a parked shot of Megatron. And up here it reads Evil Decepticon Leader, and his name is Megatron. And then here is how to transform him in 12 steps. And so I think that's gonna do it for the box. I have my trusty,
I need to take a shower, I'm gross.
So here I got my trusty
and
box cutter
see you tomorrow.
here.
Okay. Yeah, okay, bye.
Yes, here's my trusty box cutter. So, yes, now let's go ahead and carefully get this guy opened. And then, so go ahead and pull out the blade.
Ooh, kicked you in the head. Sorry. Here you go, bud.
Thank you.
Let's go upstairs, boys.
Yeah, so guys and girls out there, I got this figure from my local Fred Meyer, and yeah, they had quite a few new Transformers in stock. I saw they finally got in the Jet, and they finally have the Jet Optimus in store, which is awesome. He was a little bit pricey though, so if he goes on sale, like maybe around my next birthday or something, maybe I may try to pick that guy up, but for the time being, I am just going to go ahead and just till he goes on sale. That way, when my next birthday comes, I can be able to get him on that day. Now, I must admit, it is pretty neat that my local Fred Meyer now carries the Jet Prime. Find that. Very, very cool. Yeah, because it's not very often that many stores get to get the new guy and the new toys on their shelves until a certain amount of time would have passed. Okay, so here is Megatron's Ion Blaster. Obviously, he needs that. And here is Megatron himself. And I gotta say, he looks awesome, in my opinion. Now, I actually never had this Megatron figure before from the Transformers Authentics line. Since, well, I mean, yeah. Before I owned this Authentics Megatron figure, I actually used to own the Authentics Shockwave, but sadly though, it did not really last long, which is kind of sad, but hey, I mean, it was my toy, so I did what I wanted to it. But yeah, so now to go ahead and give Megatron his iconic ion cannon, because, well, I mean, Megatron is never complete without his ion cannon, so, or at least to me, that's the case. Yes, now here is the Decepticon leader himself with his iconic ion blaster. So, yeah, you can use it to either, like, pulverize Starscream if Starscream were to, like, mess up on a certain mission or something. And then you can also use it to, like, try to defeat Optimus Prime and stuff. Now, of course, here's a upside down up close head shot for you all. Definitely looks quite menacing, and he should look like that, because, well, I mean, Megatron is a very, well, I mean, Megatron's the big bad of the Decepticon cause. Now, both Megatron and now Megatron was not always evil. He was actually once friends with Optimus at one time. And that was way back during Cybertron's golden age, when he and Optimus were, well, Orion Pax and Megatronus. But yeah, you all know the rest of the tale of Prime and Megatron. Megatron gets filled with hatred and certain stuff, while Optimus got to be a Prime. And yeah, since then Megatron and Optimus have been sworn enemies with each other. And yeah. Now, in my opinion, this design of Megatron kind of reminds me of the Transformers Earth Wars Megatron, mixed in with the classic G1 Megatron. And the reason why I say that is because if you look at the head, it kind of has that G1 vibe to it. And then, like, the torso has a very, like, G1 kind of look to it. But at the same time, it kind of looks like it belongs in Transformers Earth Wars, which is very cool that Hasbro was replicating a character from one of their most popular Transformers games, which of course is Transformers Earth Wars. And speaking of Transformers Earth Wars, in that game, you can actually either play as an Autobot or a Decepticon. Because if you play as a Decepticon, then you get to unlock cons like this guy here, which is Megatron. Or if you play as an Autobot, you can play as Optimus Prime in certain levels. Now currently here on my phone, when I play Transformers Earth Wars, I am currently on the Decepticons side, so that means I'm able to play as Megatron in certain levels. And yeah, on my tablet, I'm an Autobot, so I play as Prime. So I'm basically able to play as both factions, Autobot and Decepticon. Which, to me, that's very cool. To other people, that might be kind of strange, because, I mean, usually with the Transformers kind of thing, it's either, like, one or the other in terms of what faction to join. But, hey, I mean, it is what it is. Anyway, so articulation-wise on this Megatron, his head can look left to right. It can look up that much. It can look down that much. The arms, they can do a full 360. They can kind of move out about that much. He can bend at the elbow. His arm can move in and out, but that's part of the conversion. He can turn at the bicep. Nothing at the hands. He does have a rotating waist, but again, that's probably due to the conversion. Legs, they can kick forward that much. They can kick back that much. He can bend at the knee. And he has the iconic Siege / Earthrise ankle pivot. And yeah. So I think really that about does it for the posability on this figure. Now, getting into Megatron's transformation sequence, it's a little bit involved, but very fun to do. Now, since this is my first time owning this authentic Megatron, I'm gonna use the instructions just because, I mean, yeah, I know I'm usually quite an expert at transforming figures like this, but for the sake of the video, I'm gonna use the trusty instructions. Alright, step 1, remove the ion blaster. Okay. Step 2, open up the legs somehow. Huh. Maybe it talks about like opening. Yeah, take the yeah, take the feet and you want to make it so that way it does that. And just repeat on the opposite side. Oops. Pro tip on this figure. If you guys and girls out there buy this figure, just be careful not to do what I just did. Thankfully though, the foot is easy to pop back on. So, yeah. There we go. Good as new. Okay, carefully. Push in, not out. Okay. So there is the feet transformed. Step 3, raise the arms up so that way they are kind of facing forward like that. Then step 4, rotate the waist 360. Then step 5, flip down the chest piece. And then step 6, fold in the head. Like that. Step 7, place the chest piece back up and just tab it in place. And then step 8 is to bring the legs up and over the figure. Same thing. I think supposed to go together. Maybe not. Alright. So then, step 9, bring the arms together. Or rather, lay them flat on Megatron's waistline. And then step 11. Oh, no. Step 8. Step 9. Step 10. I want to do something. Flip something up. I think I already completed step 10. Alright, yeah, so then step 11, go ahead, take the ion blaster, plug it in. Plug it into Megatron. Oops. Oh, you know what? Yeah, step 10. I think. There we go. Yeah, step 10, you want to turn the arms so that the fists are upside down. There we go. Alright, now step 11. Give Megatron his fusion cannon. And I think I got it. I just want to make sure everything tabs in place. yeah, sometimes getting something tabbed in does require a little bit of force, but not a whole ton, because too much force breaks the figure. But with all that being said, here is Megatron in tank mode. And in my opinion, this is a very nifty little Megatron tank form. Now, I can really see this Megatron doing a lot of damage against Prime and the Autobots. Now in tank mode, he can kind of roll, but not very well. Now for movement in tank mode, the turret can move up and down. It can't move side to side due to the way the figure transforms, but hey, it works. Now, for a size comparison with Megatron, here he is with my drink. So yeah, now, I guess to transform Megatron back into a robot, it's exactly the same way as putting him into tank mode, just in reverse. So first, you want to go ahead and you want to untab the arm, wiggle the ion blaster out, and then from here, you just want to kind of raise the arm. Ooh. Just bring the arm out, turn it around so that the hollow part is facing the back. And just do that on both sides. Yeah. Oops. Clumsy me. There we go. There we go. So there's Megatron's arms transformed. The legs, you just want to bring them back down like that and like that. The feet are going to slide, or carefully slide. Not again. There we go. So the feet are going to untab, and then they're going to reposition back to where they were. Again, carefully untab it, and then just bring it back to how it was. Turn the waist around, so that way the front of the legs is facing, well, where the chest is. And speaking of the chest, go ahead, open the chest, reveal Megatron. So then reveal Megatron's head and close his chest back up. And pretty much there is Megatron basically now back as a robot. Now you can go ahead and give him his ion blaster like that. And yeah. Now here is Megatron back into his robot mode. So pretty much that is going to wrap it up for this video, everyone. if you all want to see me review more Transformers Authentic stuff, give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below which Transformers Authentics character you want to see me review next. This has been McCoy Animations and signing out.